Alright, hello everybody. It's almost 1 month after we splashed down on the Pacific Ocean to conclude our Apollo 12 real-time simulation. And right now I am doing the part of the mission where in reality I will be in quarantine after stepping on the moon. What I am doing now is all the notes I have handwritten during the flight, the data on the disk key and consumable updates, onboard readouts and everything of that. I am currently transcribing to a computer format because for some reason during this flight my hand notes are a little bit hard to read. So on this one, after I decided that I am changing the debrief format for the flights, I am transcribing those to computer formats. So I have already done flight day 1, 2, 3 and 4 of Apollo 12, and now it's the time for flight day 5, and I will also do here a little bit of flight day 6 because you know what happened during those flight days if you have watched those parts of the recordings which I am uploading. So flight day 5 started with an interrupted sleep period. I have done like, let's see, 7, 8, well, better say it, Apollo 8 version 1 failed attempt in 2021, Apollo 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, 5 real-time simulations successful, not counting the ones I did in 2013 and one previous to that, which I miserably failed. I have talked about that on my last TV transmission on this flight on Apollo 12. So yeah, it started with an interrupted sleep period because I had an electricity surge for a little bit of time. So luckily it was during the sleep period and I could recover fast from that, but of course it interrupted my sleep period because I have to time forward around 6 hours of lost time. I thought during that time warp I had lost like 90 minutes of sleep, but in reality it was like 30 minutes. As you can imagine, it messed a little bit with me because it interrupted the sleep period. After recovering I went back to sleep, but as the sleep period was already interrupted, I was from that moment not fully focused. The rest of the activities during flight day 5 went good until you know what happened, until I missed DOI and that was very hard for me, completely unexpected, lowered my confidence level a lot, and I was very tired because of that. The day after the splashdown, I already did a Friday 5 debrief with the guys of the trench, and I already want to thank again Ryan, James, Max, Residuals, all the guys who helped me land on the moon one revolution later. It was good to land. So what really happened is a silly mistake, completely innocent, but which cannot happen again on future flights. I really hope that it doesn't happen again. It was the undocking attitude. The undocking attitude was not correct for undocking, between undocking and DOI. As you saw on the recording, 2 minutes before the separation burn, with the LEM already undocked, the CSM separation burn from the Lunar Module, I was rolled 180 degrees straight, just because I didn't verify the undocking attitude. There was an item on the checklist, on the Lunar Module checklist, which said verify undocking attitude, and I just looked at the ball and I said, it's good, let's continue ahead. I didn't check it at all. So my undocking attitude was incorrect. I corrected it 2 minutes on the CSM, 2 minutes before the separation burn. Separation burn was correctly done, maybe a little bit late. I think I got a computer program alarm because of that. Ticket slipped, probably. And then I had to do the rendezvous bus radar checkout on the Lunar Module after the separation. For that, I don't remember very good, but for that I think I had to roll the Lunar Module 180 degrees on the roll axis because it was wrong. Of course, as you know, on the Lunar Module it takes time because you cannot just roll the Lunar Module around like the CSM, because, well, the Lunar Module is different. You can go into gimbal lock if you roll like that on the Lunar Module, so you have to do a different kind of maneuver, which takes like 3 to 5 minutes. So there I lost 3 to 5 minutes, and then after that check was complete, I had to roll it again for IMU alignment for P52, and I did the P52 on the Lunar Module, but then it was time to do the P52 on the CSM. As I thought I was fine on the timing, I didn't know I was behind already. I did the P52 also on the CSM, losing like 5 more minutes probably, so I was already like 10 minutes behind. After that, if I remember correctly, I think I had to maneuver again the Lunar Module to the DOI altitude, which also took time. And when I was going to check how much time remaining I had on the DOI, I was already behind, just because the undocking attitude was incorrect. And I reacted as you saw. I just completely, it was completely unexpected for me. It was a very low heat, and I thought I had already lost the mission. So yeah, it was just that. And analyzing for the Flight Day 5 debrief, I saw that if I skip the steps on the DIDA, miraculously I was still good to perform DOI, maybe 2 minutes late, but it was good to continue. But I didn't know that at that time, that I could continue ahead, and I just lost the DOI, and I reacted like that. But we continued. We were able to calculate DOI solution, PDI solution also, if I remember completely right, even with abort constants and all of that. So it was very good to land, and we landed. At 4 a.m. approximately. I didn't even know what time it was locally. But yeah, we landed. Fantastic landing, I think. Maybe because I was a little bit nervous, I started flying backwards a little bit. It was not the landing that I wanted, but in the end it was a good landing. If I was doing it on the nominal DOI and PDI times, I think I will have been able to do it better, but well, it's a landing. I think it was fine. And then we have the issue with the P-57, which defeated me and James. I just had to select another star, just like that. Just select another star and everything was going to be fine. But, well, I don't remember what I did with P-57, but I completed it 1 hour behind, I think. And yeah, I decided because I was very exhausted, not in the right mood. Everything that happened was completely unexpected, and I decided to not perform the EVA-1 as I had intended with TV and everything. But well, I did EVA-1, of course. Found some funny things with XR sound, which I have to talk with James about. But it was good. Then I don't know what happened. I think I was just very tired and maybe a little bit disappointed with myself, because I really could have done EVA-1 on a walk like this as I have intended. but we had the issue of LOPC1 burn, and the guys on the trench suggested that I could get a solution with RTCC MFD, but to delay it a little bit. But I decided to not take that option because I didn't want to mess more with MCC and the flight plan. I just didn't know what will happen, but now I know that, and I think that morning I knew that it was going to be fine. So maybe I got a little bit disappointed with the decision I took about not delaying LOPC1. I did LOPC1 without camera. I was very tired, but I did it and completed flight day 5 on time. Took a shower when the sleep period started, and yeah, a good rest for flight day 6. And on flight day 6, when I woke up, we were reviewing what happened with the P-57. Discovered that it was a ridiculous mistake, and I just needed to select another star and perform EVA2 on the street without TV, because Alan Bean pointed it to the sun like that and his TV camera broke. But well, I did EVA2 on the street with the police audio, moved the astronauts a little bit over the lunar surface, and took the lunar coffee also and some snacks from the Surveyor, from our three-legged friend. And after that, we were preparing for lunar liftoff and discovered another issue with MCC. As I landed 2 hours late, MCC thought that I was going to lift off 2 hours late, and I could have continued just 2 hours late, but didn't want to do that. So with help of the trench, and in fact we decided this during flight day 5, with help of the trench. So with help of the trench, we were able to calculate a lunar liftoff solution, PADs and everything. I think even uplinks to the LGC. So we lifted off from the moon, performed a perfect rendezvous, and we had a little silly issue which I want to ignore, but I depleted all the waste water dump, the wastewater on the CSM, because on the pre-launch, pre-lunar liftoff checklist items, you have an item where you are wasting the wastewater dump, dumping the wastewater dump, and as at that point we found the issue with the lunar liftoff on MCC. I forgot about it and it was completely depleted. but not a problem there. On real life, they had Houston, they had someone on the CM. I was just, it's the problem with these real-time simulations. I am the three guys, and Houston, in that time I cannot be everywhere. So yeah, after that we were maneuvering to perform the lunar docking, and as I didn't practice very much the lunar docking because I was confident with it, I had a lot of trouble finding the lunar module to dock with it. And with reviewing the recordings, this we also talked the day that I did Friday 5 debrief with the guys. My lunar module was drifting, and I made a mistake, drifting in rotation. And I made a mistake where, I started maneuvering the lunar module at the same time that the CSM, and that made me lose visual contact with the CSM on the LEM and with the LEM on the CSM. I got very nervous there again, for obvious reasons. The lunar module was home, but I was able to successfully dock with it. Thought that my fuel was very bad after that, but in the end it was fine, and that concluded Friday 6. I don't remember where LOPC2 was. I think it was on Friday 7 or Friday 6, I don't remember very well. I think it was on Friday 7. But well, on the remainder of the mission everything was very calm. I had another restart of the simulator because of a very weird CTD on Friday 7, like 2 hours before TEI. And it was funny to see how I reacted. I even laughed about it. So yeah, you can see there that my mood changed again to the better. During Trans-Earth Coast, I was a little bit disappointed with myself because of everything that happened from Friday 5 to Friday 7. But well, it's how things work on these flights. So yeah, I want to conclude again with giving thanks to everyone who helped, and for future flights I have already removed the commitment to perform one of these every 6 months, because from now onwards the missions will become very, very complex. 13, I haven't checked the flight plan, but 13 is very similar to 12. It's probably maybe a little bit easier in terms of schedule, sleep schedule, eat schedule, and all of that. I think it's better. But I have to learn RTCC MFD, and I don't know how much time it will take for me. In a little bit less than a week, I will start training with Max to hopefully master RTC CMFD, because I don't want to spoil, but I think that you already know how I will do 13. But yeah, after 13 the J missions start, real complex missions, and I am not sure if from 14, 15, 16 and 17 are compatible with real-time simulation. So we will see. So yeah, for 11 I did a little post on the community tab of my YouTube channel, but for 12 I wanted to do this video, taking advantage of the new format that I am doing for the debriefs, and now knowing what happened during Friday 5 to make me miss the UI. So yeah, I just want to conclude here. As you can see, summer is already here. For me, June was very fast, but July has already started, and let's see if I am aiming to do a 13 in November also. Let's see what happens. You can also check on Discord on the MISC channel, because I shared what was going on to affect my human factors during the mission. Nothing bad, but well, you may discover what I was talking about. As I said, that I needed to change one or two things on my life on the last TV transmission on Friday 9. So yeah, everything is good after Apollo 12. So I am looking forward to start practicing for Apollo 13 and be able to perform it as you can imagine. So yeah, on the channel also some surprises will come along the way. I am almost ready to be able to perform live streams again, regular different kind of live streams on the channel with other flight simulators and other stuff. So yeah, I hope that I will be able to be ready for 13 in November. So without anything else to say, it was a very silly mistake there on Friday 5. Really just the undocking attitude. But as I always like to say, NASSP can also be called as the human factor simulator, and even more if you do flights like I do, where fatigue, external factors, sleep schedule, sunlight, things like that affect you. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I hope this is the only take I am recording on this video, so I hope that you enjoy this video, and see you on the next one. Thanks very much. Thanks the trends, thanks everybody, thanks Ryan, thanks James, thanks Max, thanks Cindy, thanks everybody, because these real-time simulations are really amazing to perform, and I hope that for you to watch from time to time. I saw comments from Salvatore and the comment from Timo a few moments after the landing. Those comments make me extremely happy, because it's true, I really get a little bit, maybe not so little, I get a little bit on the shoes of those crews and the people that made the Apollo missions possible, and the shooter missions and the Gemini missions, everything of that. So really guys, thanks very much, and I see you around. Thanks a lot.